Hi everybody, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts and Colossal Fossils. This is a Q&A episode. Let's actually get started, shall we? So let's start with the YouTube questions. So first is from Luke Zilla. Believe he got another one for me. And so the first one, is it true Deinonychus is the only raptor that hunted in packs? Well, this is a really good question. When Deinonychus was discovered, it was discovered back in the 1960s. Or it was 1950s, 1960s, somewhere around there. And so what they found was multiple Deinonychus specimens surrounding a fossil of a herbivorous dinosaur called Carnotaurus. And John Ostrom, who actually discovered and described Deinonychus, thought of this as pack hunting behavior. And that was the idea for a while. Now, it did start right there with the Deinonychus, but then it kind of got a little bit more traction when it got into, like, say, the late 80s, going all the way through the 90s and even in the 2000s, so that possibly all raptor dinosaurs probably did hunt in packs because they had to have that social life, kind of like wolves do, and able to take on large prey. But in recent years, there's some hypotheses that are coming out that would say is that, like, it doesn't always seem that way, because some raptor dinosaurs can maybe hunt in pairs. Maybe some of them can hunt by themselves. But if they really wanted to take on larger prey, they would need to be cooperative in a group. Now, could pack hunting for raptor dinosaurs still been around in the time that they were around? Absolutely. There's probably would have been some out there. But Deinonychus was the dinosaur that started that conversation about dinosaurs carnivorous dinosaurs living in groups, mainly the smaller ones. So there's a possibility that it did happen, but there's also a debate going on about whether or not that all raptor dinosaurs did this. And so, like Velociraptor, for example, there are some scientists that say Velociraptor did not do this. They probably lived in like a pair, and then they took care of their young, and that sort of thing. And they go on their ways of living their lives, that sort of thing. But it's still up in the air right now. But yeah, Deinonychus started the whole thing. Then your next question: who would win, Carnotaurus or Allosaurus? And I'm pretty sure where this is going, because of the trailer in Jurassic World Dominion. You kind of saw the Carnotaurus and the Allosaurus together in that one big city, that was featured when Owen Grady's riding his bicycle, or his his motorcycle. So Allosaurus, a late Jurassic theropod dinosaur, can grow just over 30 feet and would weigh 4,000 to 5,000 pounds. And you have Carnotaurus and the Belosaur that lived in the late Cretaceous period around 80 to 75 million years ago. And so, of course, these two dinosaurs never lived alongside each other. And they are from separate continents. So let's just, for the sake of it. So Carnotaurus has a shorter skull. It is probably a little bit more stocky than Allosaurus is. Allosaurus has a little bit of a longer skull and also has long arms with those claws, and probably faster. And so Allosaurus would be longer than Carnotaurus. So I'd probably say Allosaurus and win this one, because Allosaurus has just got more weaponry to use. It's got speed. It's also got teeth designed to, do some nasty wounds on its prey and also on its rivals. And then, of course, you got those claws on those arms, able to grasp onto like any type of animal that needs to catch or otherwise attack. Carnotaurus would able to get in a couple of bites. See, Carnotaurus is more likely going to be a biter. It's more likely going to be a biter. It could, like, push over Allosaurus if it had to, but I think Allosaurus would win that one. More likely 80% of the time. All right, to the Facebook question. So, Alex, who do you think would win, Allosaurus or Torvosaurus? Okay, so you got two dinosaurs that lived alongside each other. So, Allosaurus, like I said, late Jurassic, and Torvosaurus, late Jurassic. And they're found in the same rock formations, and lived in the same time, and fossils are found in the identical places. So, Torvosaurus is larger than Allosaurus, and it's a type of megalosaur. Whereas Allosaurus is, it's an allosaur. Well, a tad bit more advanced type of dinosaur than the megalosaurs. But so Allosaurus would have the speed and probably have the stronger bite than Torvosaurus. But Torvosaurus is larger, and it's got the larger claws, and it's got the longer teeth. But I don't know. That could go either way. Even though Torvosaurus might bully Allosaurus a little bit more in this one, because it's larger, and also it's got probably a little bit more stockiness to it, so muscle mass. So it probably did bully Allosaurus a little bit more than a little bit. But Allosaurus could do some damage too. I mean, it's got the claws, it's got the teeth, and all that, but Allosaurus has the stronger bite. I just don't know how that one would go. I'd say that's a toss-up, but I'd say Torvosaurus might bully Allosaurus a little bit more on that one. All right, Brendan, do you think T-Rex, Giganotosaurus, Carcharodontosaurus, Allosaurus, other large theropods did shake ground as they walk like the movie Jurassic Park? This is an interesting question. So, large theropod dinosaurs, so all the dinosaurs that he mentioned, did they make these like thundering sounds? Did they shake the ground when they walked? So in Jurassic Park, because if you've seen the movie, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have, that one scene where you see that when the T-Rex is coming, even though you don't not see it yet, is that the water ripples as the T-Rex get closer, because of its footsteps. But the movie magic here is that they just used a large guitar string underneath the car to give it that way, to make that kind of movie magic right there. Would that happen in real life? Well, I would say no, because if you're a predator, you do not want your prey to notice where you are. And so I probably would say is no. See, predators have to be as stealthy and quiet as possible when stalking their prey. They do not need to make any sounds. They do not need to make any vibrations whatsoever. Because based on the feet of theropod dinosaurs, the large theropod dinosaurs, there's going to be pads on those feet, on their feet. If you look at like non-flying birds like emus, ostriches, cassowaries, you actually see that their feet are padded because they're even though they're not predators, they actually have the same theropod trait where they actually don't make as much noise when they're walking very slowly. And so that does give you that impression right there. Because also other types of modern predators today, like lions and hyenas, they do not want their prey to notice that they're there, especially when they're walking, because they need to be as quiet as possible, because predators do not want to be noticed when they're stalking their prey. And that's the thing here, is that theropods probably did the same thing, is that they did not make these like vibrations that much when they're stalking their prey. Now, if they were walking around, like if they were hunting their prey, maybe, but I'd probably say not necessarily. But very good question, though. All right, Benjamin, is sultipus a real dinosaur? I'm not too sure about that one, but I'll have to look into it. I'll give you the answer in the comment. Is Eoraptor the oldest of all dinosaurs? It's one of them. It's one of them. I believe there is a dinosaur maybe that is a tad bit older, than Eoraptor? I am not totally sure, but I believe Eoraptor is one of the oldest dinosaurs because it lived in the Triassic period, just before, like, say, Coelophysis and Cryolophosaurus, those types of dinosaurs. How high can Allosaurus jump? Now, jumping for a large theropod dinosaur is probably not going to be the best option for it when it's attacking. But could it jump? Absolutely, it could jump. It's just that it takes a lot more effort to do it. But for the sake of it, how high could they jump? I'd say probably over 10 feet. Probably over 10 feet. That's probably a good estimate right there. And who would win, Majungasaurus or Daspletosaurus? So you got Daspletosaurus, a North American tyrannosaur that lived around 75 million years ago to 70 million years ago. And then you got Majungasaurus that lived 70 million years ago from Madagascar. Of course, never seen each other. So a Belosaur versus Tyrannosaur. Now, Daspletosaurus is going to be larger than Majungasaurus. Majungasaurus might have some agility, but who I think is going to win that one? Daspletosaurus, because Daspletosaurus has got the stronger bite force. It's probably got the bigger muscle mass, and also, thing is, it's got the better senses. It's got better vision, better smell, better hearing, and it's probably going to turn a lot more quicker than Majungasaurus is ever going to do. And so, yeah, I'd say Daspletosaurus wins that one hands down for that one. But that's all the questions I got for today. So if you got any questions about dinosaurs and the prehistoric life, feel free to email me at dinochris71@gmail.com. Or just go on my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like the page, you should post your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them on Messenger. Messages are for private conversations. And YouTubers out there, feel free to like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and stomp on that notification bell. And also share the video, share the channel to anybody that is interested in dinosaurs and other prehistoric life. Feel free to do so, because that way it helps out the channel, helps out the YouTube algorithm, and also leave a like too. Leave a like, please. That helps out and helps out the algorithm as well. And also, you YouTubers out there, feel free to put your questions in the comment section, because those do mean a lot. Your questions do mean a lot in these Q&A episodes. You guys are awesome. So the next episode next week will be a special episode to let you guys know what I'm going to talk about. So stay tuned for that. And of course, take care of the people around you. And you can also follow me on Twitter at CSGRALL. It's my Twitter page. I post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Instagram at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there as well. Take care of the people around you. And also, for your younger people out there that miss your listening, your parents, your teachers, and your guardians, it's the best motivation you can have for a good education. It's very important to have a good education. So with a good education, you get a good job in the future. And also in this kind of time, even though that restrictions are starting to level down a little bit, but if you're not vaccinated yet, please wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands. And also, please get vaccinated, because that's very important to reduce the spread of the virus, and also so that we can get close to pre-pandemic normal. And also, check out Colossal Fossils, because I work for them. I am a tour guide there and a little bit of a consultant, somewhat scientific consultant for them, for certain things that we do get for our collections, for our exhibits. And we're an educational nonprofit here in Wisconsin, central Wisconsin. We'll travel around Wisconsin to educate people about prehistoric life, because that's what we do. And also, if you go to colossalfossils.com and you see that donate tab, go there. If you want to donate to Colossal Fossils, an awesome educational nonprofit, feel free to do so. Donate as much as you want, and so that way we can actually possibly get a new place for our museum, or otherwise just donate for like anything that we would like to add for our collection. And that's really, really awesome that you guys continue to help us out, and hopefully that we can actually get things back going all over again. And I know a lot of you are going to be asking me about like the Tyrannosaurus paper that came out not too long ago. That's going to be the extra episode in 2 weeks. So I'll give my thoughts about it. I'll read the paper and kind of give my thoughts about it. What are some of the pros? What are some of the cons about it? And then I can give you my opinions about it. So yeah, stay tuned in 2 weeks for that that extra episode. I've been doing a lot of like fun things for extra episodes. So this time, do a journal review, and I haven't done one in a while. So stay tuned for that. That's it for now. I'll see you guys next week.